Hello, hello. Testing, 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 testing. Testing. All right, sick. Seems like it's like this. All right. Testing. All right, sick. Seems like it's like this. All right, good morning, guys. Monday, start of a new week. I kind of got into the charts pretty late. Had some technical issues with my PC, but now we're here. So I'm going to do a quick top-down analysis. We do have news today at 10 a.m. It is NFP week as well, so let's look at the news right now that we have. Make this a little bit smaller. So today's Monday. Monday, it is NFP week as well. It's a very heavy packed red folder news week. And yeah, we have news at 10 o'clock today. So we're going to see what 10 o'clock does. And then based off what 10 a.m. will do, we'll react. I don't know what was going on in the market right now, so I'm going to do a top-down analysis. Everything's going to be very raw because I just got into the charts. So we're going to start from the higher time frame. So higher time frame, we have a new monthly open. It is March. So we have previous monthly low of February, and we have the previous monthly high of February. Based off this candle, we can use January to determine what this present current candle will do. So this is the January candle opening, manipulation, distribution, close. Well, what did February do? February simply opened, manipulated to the upside, taking out the previous monthly high, and we distributed back down, taking out the previous monthly low. So yeah, this candle took out both the high and low, but we failed to pretty much close below this low. So if February was to close below this low, I would be very confident to short to previous monthly low. But as of now, all I'm going to do is just simply draw out the dealer range of this high and low for this monthly candle. All right. So the high and the low. I'm going to put this to the side. So the reason why I'm drawing this dealer range is to see where equilibrium is likely at. So equilibrium is pretty much up here, but we're going to go down to the weekly time frame now. All right, so we are in the weekly time frame. You can see we had this prior consolidation for pretty much since December. We had this move up, then we had this reversal back down. So I'm going to mark out the previous week high above. All right. So what I'm looking at right now is these two consecutive up close candles. You can see that we had these two down close candles, with last week closing below this last up close candle from this move up. So I'm going to be drawing out this weekly change in the state of delivery. I'm going to make this yellow. Or I could just make it like this actually. Yeah. Be a lot easier if I just made it like this. Or just mark it out. Weekly change in the state of delivery. And make it bold so I can see it better. So yeah, I'm gonna mark out this for this weekly print. All right, I'm back now. Sorry about that. Someone was calling me, but like I was talking about. So for this current weekly candle, what I'm looking at is seeing if we're gonna either respect this OB, so manipulation higher and then continuation going lower. So if we were bearish, I would want this candle to look something like this. So we have the opening. We have the manipulation going higher up here. So it's going to be like a green candle. And then we can get some distribution down. Taking out previous week low. With this being our wick up here. So an open, high, low close. But if we're bullish, then we're likely going to get a body closure above this weekly change delivery. Above with the body closure above. So that's what I'm looking at for the weekly time frame. We're going to see if we're going to respect bearish order flow and continue taking out sell side. But we're going to go drop down to the daily time frame now. So daily time frame, what do we have? So we have this daily gap right now. So I'm going to mark this out. This is the daily gap that we have on the daily time frame. So like I said, I just got in the charts, so everything's pretty new right now. But we have this daily gap here. Also, I like to use these two indicators just to see if I'm missing anything. Because sometimes when you wake up in the morning, there's some moments where you start, not start, but like you miss some things. But okay. So yeah, we have this daily gap on the daily time frame. So for this daily candle, if we close below this daily gap, then obviously we're going to look to short for the week. If we do close above this daily gap, then we're likely just going to look for this daily gap above. So pretty simple. If price is this, then I'll do this. If it does this, then I'll do that. So this is the daily time frame. Now I'm going to go into the 4 hour, but you can already see that we already took out previous daily highs. So we are above the previous daily high. 4 hour time frame. Let's see what we have. So yesterday, or not yesterday, but Friday, we had this massive sell-off. So it was like a almost a 4% move down from Friday. But yeah, we had this massive sell-off. We do have this 4 hour imbalance up below us. So I'm gonna mark this out. So this 4 hour imbalance is going to be very important because we can either have 10 a.m. open, manipulating into this 4 hour gap and then continue going higher, or either way going down to this 4 hour gap, disrespecting it, body closure below, and then just continuing going lower. But we also do have this 4 hour gap above us as well. So I'll mark both these out, and we're going to see what 10 a.m. does. So I'm not engaging in the market as of now. I'm waiting for news release. Also because I don't really want to interact or get in during this this consolidation right here. But we're gonna wait for either gap to get tapped, so we're gonna wait for the 4 hour BISI, or if it wants to continue going higher. But I like this 4 hour BISI below us simply because it's at discount of our range. So this swing high and this swing low. So we pull our dealing range. It's pretty much around discount. But if we pull our dealing range from the left side of the curve, you can see that we already tapped premium of our range. So yeah, we're gonna have this marked out on the left side. So keep it like this so we can see. All right, let's go to the hourly time frame now. So hourly time frame, Monday, we were trading above the midnight opening price. We haven't taken out London lows. We haven't taken out Asia lows. So this does look good for a lower resistance liquidity run. So LR with our 4 hour gap below us. So yeah, this kind of does look good. I mean, this 4 hour gap below us could be the driver to push higher, or it can be the indicator to tell us that we're going to go lower. So yeah, I'm going to probably just sit on hands, wait for 10 a.m. and see what we do from there. How you doing, Orlando? Morning, morning. All right. So what do we have on the hourly time frame? Not much. Yeah, we're probably just gonna wait for the 4 hour gap. Let's see if there's some SMTs. This push lower, there could have been SMTs at the highs. Let's see. So we have ES. Make sure it's ES. Yes. We got ES. Oh, I see now. So ES was able to take out yesterday's or Thursday's 10 a.m. hourly high. Yeah, so we had SMTs at the highs. pretty much from here, which explains. We can also see that we're disrespecting this hourly gap. This hourly gap already offered fair value to this high, so it doesn't really matter. So you can probably delete that one. But we're going to go to the 15-minute time frame now. So yeah, like I said, lower resistance liquidity run. London lows weren't taken, Asia lows weren't taken. So it's pretty much just a pretty clean run down to our 4-hour fair value gap below us. But we're in the 15 now. News release is about to come in in 7 minutes. Gonna mark out this daily SIBI and extend it out. All right, so 15-minute time frame. London lows aren't taken yet. Asia lows aren't taken yet, and we have our 4-hour fair value gap below us. So 9:30 right now looks like it just had a Judas taking out the buy side. Let's look at ES on the 15 as well. So yeah, ES failed to take out the high of day once 9:30 opened, but NQ was able to take out high of day. So we had like a small little SMT at the highs paired with the higher time frame hourly SMTs. So we had a higher time frame SMT, lower time frame SMT at the highs. So now we're pushing down here. If we're to go lower, then we're likely to go lower just to rebalance this 4-hour. It's busy down here. I'm gonna mark out these 6 a.m. as well. So yeah, when price is in a hurry to rebalance a higher time frame PD array, your objective should be not to catch a falling knife. Because if you're going long just because price is retracing to OTE, then yeah, you're going to catch a falling knife, especially when there's a higher time frame PD array below you. So that's really something to know. Good, bro. Tape reading with you. Was going to try and frame shorts to either London or Asia lows, but haven't been able to find anything clean to frame them. Yeah, sometimes when price is just trending like this, you gotta just let it do its thing. Because you can get an entry, right? But it's not gonna be the very best ideal entry that you would want. But I'm personally gonna wait for 10, see what 10 does. I'm just waiting for us to rebalance this 4-hour BISI below us, and then potentially look for longs to retrace back to equilibrium or reversal. So I just want to see a reaction out this 4-hour gap. If I do see a 15-minute fair value gap from this 4-hour gap, then I'm going to look for longs. So we're going to see if we get some nice setups today. If not, then we can call it, we can be hands-on for today because remember, it's just the beginning of the week. All right, so we're tapping our 4-hour gap now. Already took out London lows, Asia lows. So like I talked about, earlier, whenever we have Asia lows and London lows not tapped, and we have a higher time frame PD array below us, this could be your lower resistance liquidity run. So what is pricing going to do? It's just going to slash through all price action and rebalance our 4-hour fair value gap. So yeah, LR is pretty much just like when price just slashes through and takes out everything. So you're going to expect like these type of displacement candles on the 15. So ever since we took out high day, we have dropped about like 297 points. So yeah, turtle soup traders that took shorts once we ran the buy side. Yeah, they pretty much caught like 296 points. All right, so we tapped our 4-hour BISI. Now we're gonna look for S&T at the lows, see what ES is doing. So ES hasn't taken out the lows yet. Let's look at ES on the 4-hour. Yeah, so ES hasn't rebalanced our 4-hour yet. I'm actually gonna have ES pulled up here. Let's look at ES on the hourly. Okay. I'm gonna set an alert down to the 4-hour gap on ES. But yeah, NQ has repriced into this 4-hour imbalance. We're gonna see if we want to respect this 4-hour imbalance or disrespect it and respect our daily gap, because we have to remember we have our daily gap that we're trading away from as well. So ES already took out our 4-hour gap. Now we have that 10 a.m. news. I'm actually going to zoom out a bit on the daily time frame, because this is the daily gap that we're literally trading from. I like shorts, but I have to see how our 4-hour gap will behave first. All right, so 10 a.m. Gonna mark it out real quick. We're in the 950 to 1010 macro. This entry right here at 1051 is pretty clean. Every fair value gap and your breaker. All right, let's see what we do here. Nice rejection from this 4-hour imbalance so far. 10 a.m. PO3 just formed. I'm gonna be I'm gonna wait a little. 15. Previous monthly lows about like 360 points away. So it's not that far. We are below the midnight opening price too. I'm gonna draw some deviations out. I don't really like this pull. Let's look at the 3-minute. Okay, 3-minute looks a little better. Yeah, this silver bullet zone entry was the cleanest I've seen from this move down. -1, retrace into this hourly imbalance or this 1-minute imbalance, breaker, just flush down to the 4-hour imbalance. All right. What I'm going to do is I'm going to wait for this 15-minute gap to be made. And once this 15-minute gap, if we do make it on the 1-minute, I'm going to see if we trade into it and then see if we want to respect it with the 1-minute change to delivery and then just target the lows and continue this bearish order flow. Because we are below the midnight opening price of the daily candle, and so far we're respecting this daily imbalance with the consequent encroachment being respected as well. So if we do want to respect bearish order flow, I'm going to see if we get a setup at this 15-minute for rally gap. If we don't want to respect it, then we'll probably just want to continue grinding higher or at least go into premium of this range. So this high and this low, draw your premium discount, and then probably just retap midnight or just reverse. Either way, I'm gonna wait for that 15-minute gap to be made and just go off that. Would you consider this M1 change state delivery forming right now? 1-minute CISD. I mean, for a bearish case scenario, we have this one. This last up close candle. And for a bullish one, it would be this one right here. But the thing is, like, for me personally, this is a good change to delivery, right? But it's not really aligned with a higher time frame PDRA. Like, yes, we have a 4-hour imbalance, but on the 4-hour imbalance, I would want to see at least like a 15-minute or like a 5-minute reaction. So pretty much if we create a 15-minute imbalance up here and the next candle opens and trades higher, closing above this 15-minute imbalance, pretty much what's showing me is that this 4-hour imbalance wants to be respected. They want to continue higher just by closing above this 15-minute imbalance. But if we don't get that 15-minute imbalance closure above and we actually respect this one and continue going lower, then it's likely going to be disrespected. All right, so we're tapping into a 5-minute gap here. The ES on the 15 took out this low. Okay. I don't really see any major S&T at the lows. I mean, NQ didn't take out this candle's low. ES as well. All right, 4 more minutes into a new 15-minute candle opens. We had this 15-minute imbalance above that we're creating. So like I said, I'm going to wait for the new 15 candle opening, see if we push higher. If we want to respect it, then we'll push lower. If we don't want to respect it, then we're likely just going to inverse it and then push higher. So just 2 scenarios in mind that I have. So I'm going to wait for either both. So I'll be right back. Give me like 1 minute. All right, let's see what we're doing here. 2 more minutes into the 15-minute candle. So we are staying inside this range, likely waiting for that new 15-minute to open. So yeah, we're just staying in this range right now. All right, one more minute into the new 15. All right, so new 15-minute candle. We have the 10-15. Gonna mark out the imbalance above. Gonna see if we want to trade higher and rebalance this 15. This 15 also aligns with this breaker. So if we do want to respect bearish order flow, we'll see. Let's see if we can consolidate like this, right? Manipulate to the upside like this. And then let's see if we can distribute lower like this. So this consolidation, manipulating into this 15-minute imbalance above. And then once manipulation has occurred, we can look for a 1-minute change in the state of delivery, then go and target the lows. So accumulation, manipulation, distribution. So this is one scenario I have in mind right now. We don't want to rebalance it and then continue pushing lower, then the 15 will likely just be a breakaway. Because we still have the news low down here that we haven't taken. So ever since we opened and dropped for the news, we haven't taken this low yet. So hopefully we leave this low protected rebalance this 15 and then target this low. So let's see. Take this out. Sleep it out. I like the idea of framing a short from the 15-minute SIBI that lines up with the breaker for continuation lower. Nothing else looks as clean. Yeah, I mean, for me personally, longs and shorts look good. So that's already a sign that it's not going to be a very good day for me personally because both sides look good. I mean, we rebalance into this 4-hour BISI on a 4-hour time frame. This could just be going down to discount and then push higher. But we also have that daily gap above us. So this daily gap on the daily time frame. Which is why I'm trying to see if we want to respect this 15, look for 1-minute CISD and look lower. But if we don't get those that lower time frame confirmation from this 15 and push higher, then that's fine. But if I do see the model play out, then I'm gonna take it. So I'm looking to see if we get a move higher here. And then looking to see if we get that 1-minute change to the delivery and then push lower. So I'm gonna see if we get this setup. All right, so we're getting that drive higher now. So like I said earlier, I'm gonna see if we get a reaction from this 15. So I want us to sting into it, have one more sweep of this high, and go from there. So I'm gonna mark this out. So I'm gonna see if we get that sweep. All right, so this is not really a good sweep. The best thing about time frame alignment, like the best thing about it is like if you see a 15-minute for rally gap being tapped, for example, this one right here, right? I'm not automatically just gonna enter off this 15-minute gap. Like if we have this 15-minute gap and we're tracing into it to rebalance it, I'm not just gonna get in right away. Because if I do get in right away, I have the higher probability of being stopped out because there's not really lower time frame confirmation. So that's kind of like the best thing about using time frame alignment is like you're trading, you're essentially trading a higher time frame, right? Or you're getting like a better confirmation entry. And doing this would just prevent you from having or taking a lot of losses. So that's personally why I like using the time frame alignment because it's a very structured way of trading because you wait for a certain confirmation, and if you get that confirmation, all you do is just press the button and just let the probabilities play out. So it's pretty cool. All right, so we made a swing point high inside this 15-minute gap. I'm gonna see if we can at least take the swing point high once more. So have that short-term liquidity rate inside this 15-minute gap. Because there's not really any swing lows to play off of for the change to delivery. I mean, it's all the way down here. So I'm gonna see if we take this high once more. Because remember, we still have these data lows below us, the 10 a.m. lows. So yeah, we still have that sell side down here. $10 a.m. lows. All right, so we put in the swing high inside this 15-minute gap. I'm gonna see if we can at least take this 15-minute gap. If we do take this, I mean not 15-minute gap. We put the swing point high inside the 15-minute gap. Gonna see if we take out the swing high, so have that short-term liquidity rate, and then I'm gonna look for this 1-minute change in the state of delivery right here at this swing point low. So the trade is probably gonna look something like this if we get it. So stop is probably gonna be the high. Gonna see if there's any S&T at the highs. So ES already took out this high. And Q was able to take out this high at 953. So 953. ES hasn't taken that high yet though. At 953. All right, so we have that short-term liquidity rate inside this 15-minute gap. We're going to see if we want to respect this 15-minute gap or continue going higher. One way to find out if we're going to respect it is if we get that chain stay delivery. So this last up close candle. If we do close above this 15-minute, we're likely going to disrespect it because we are trading off from this 4-hour imbalance as well. Let's see. All right, so we closed above the 15-minute imbalance. Draw out this 15-minute imbalance. So this short trade setup was invalidated, so we're gonna switch. This is why I love using time frame alignment, because it tells you when PD rates are likely to be disrespected and when they're likely to be respected. I'm gonna mark out this 15-minute gap above as well. So we are in premium of this range. ES hasn't gotten that full closure of that 15-minute gap though. So NQ could be the one that pushes higher into this 15-minute gap first. Let's see. Yeah, we still have the 10 a.m. lows from 10 o'clock. I'm gonna draw out the premium discount of this range. So yeah, we tapped minus 2.5. Then we had that retracement to premium of the range. Current 15, 5-minute time frame. I mean, I like these 10 a.m. lows. So once 10 a.m. open, we put this low in. I like this target. But as far as entry to get in, I don't really have a certain type of entry model right now that I'm seeing. The only one I see is this gap higher. So if we have that 1-minute change delivery from this gap higher at OTE and look for shorts, that'll look good, but gotta be patient here. All right, so we're around the midnight opening price. We are about like 150 points away from the 10 a.m. lows. I want to see if we can keep these lows protected. See if we get a setup up here and look for shorts. ES looks like it's holding that 15-minute gap. So ES is still inside this 15-minute gap here. Let me draw that out. And if you scale to the 1-minute for ES, ES already taking out this high. And as far as changing the state of delivery, we haven't gotten it on ES yet.
Order submitted.
Yeah, so ES had that run on short-term read, had that 1-minute change to delivery from this 15-minute gap. The thing is, NQ closed above the 15-minute gap, but ES was respecting it. So on the 1-minute, It looks perfect on ES, the setup. But late. We're coming back up now. I'm gonna go to the 15, see what we're doing there. .5 minute. So 5 minute time frame and Q retrace into this 5 minute gap. 1 minute. The high of this candle. Do we have SMTs at the lows? And Q took out the 1025 low. ES also took that one. What about this low? Okay, so we have SMTs at these lows. Down here. And Q as well. No. Yeah, nah, those aren't SMTs. 1037 took out the 1022 low. 1022 low was also taken. Interesting. All right, then if we're likely to respect this 15-minute inversion, then this is probably was just intermediate rebalance. Look for this 15-minute above. Retrace down to this 5-minute gap. This setup right here on ES though, this looks perfect. So this exact setup on ES with the stop at the high and targeting the lows, this is perfect. So this exact setup on ES with the 15-minute imbalance is what I want to see on this 15-minute imbalance above. So this exact same scenario. So this setup right here is what I want to see up here. So I'm going to see if we can get that. We're pushing here, respecting this 15-minute inversion, intermediate rebounds. Retrace down to this 5-minute gap. Then we had that 1-minute inversion. So I'll mark this 5-minute gap out and that 1-minute inversion. So this is the 5-minute gap. I'll make it a different color. I'll make it blue. So 5-minute gap. Then after we retrace down to that 5-minute gap, we had that 1-minute inversion. So right here. And now we're looking for that 15-minute high above. This is also a really good entry model too. The 5-minute gap, 1-minute inversion. Pretty good model. Stop is always at the low, and the target would be the high. That'd be like an 88-point move though. Pretty good. All right. I'll be right back. I'm gonna go use the bathroom. 1 or 2 minutes. So we haven't retraced into that 15-minute gap yet. We do have a new 15-minute open. Oh, what about ES? All right, I'm gonna draw this OB. We have this OB here. I'll draw that OB out. What do we have on the 5-minute though? We don't really have a. Is there SMT at the highs? Yeah, looks like there's SMTs at the highs. 1050 candle. 1030 candle. 950. I mean, there's SMTs here. But closed. And then we have SMTs at these highs. Hourly or HROB. Normally, I would wanted us to retrace into this 15-minute imbalance and look for shorts, but if we're going to respect this OB, then let's see. So we already had that change in the state of delivery. In terms of, I would have preferred the OB though. I don't know, the 15-minute gap above us. Let's see. But yeah, we did retrace the premium, so it makes sense. But yeah, these 10 a.m. lows definitely look good though. We're retesting that CISD. Go at the 15-minute again. As of now, for me, I haven't had a single trade today. So I haven't taken a single trade today yet. It's about to be 11 o'clock. I'll probably stay here for another 30 minutes. If a setup comes, I'll take it. If a setup doesn't come, then I'll probably be hands off for pretty much this day. I mean, it is Monday, beginning of a new week, so no rush. But yeah, I haven't taken a single trade as of today. So we're gonna see the next 30 minutes what the market does. If market presents an opportunity, I'll take it. If it doesn't, then I'll probably just be hands off, call it a day, take a look at PM session, see what's going on, and yeah, go from there. But I was looking for shorts today, primarily. I'm gonna actually just mark this, leave it here instead. Okay. So I was looking for shorts today pretty much down to the 10 a.m. lows. So ever since 10 a.m. opened, we had these 10 a.m. lows that we haven't taken out yet. First setup idea was primarily this 15-minute gap here that we had above. We were looking for price to rebalance it, look for a 1-minute confirmation, and then look for shorts. Never got the confirmation. Instead, we closed above this 15-minute gap. So our second idea scenario was this 15-minute above. So pretty much looking for price to rebalance this 15 up here, looking for that 1-minute confirmation, and then targeting the lows. Never got it, not now at least. So pretty much I'm just hands off right now. I'm not really giving myself an opportunity. I mean, we are trading into this hourly OB. So if we do mark this hourly OB out and scale down to our 5-minute time frame, we had our short-term liquidity rate, our SMT, and our change in the state of delivery. So if this hourly OB gets respected, then we're likely just to go lower away from this area and have these highs protected up here with this 15-minute as a breakaway. So we're going to see what we do here. I mean, hourly candle is about to close in 3 minutes. So let's see what we do. And like I said, the 10 a.m. lows are my draw on liquidity. So if we do look like we want to respect the hourly OB, I could look for shorts. So we'll see. So we're not really getting that retracement into that 1 minute for value. Let's see, is there any SMTs at the lows? This high is about to get taken by ES2 though.
Order submitted.
I'm gonna do a sell limit at this breaker. So if price is willing to retrace into this breaker, then I'll put my stop above this high and then target this low. So this is the only short I see as of now, is the retracement into this breaker, then targeting the lows. I want to see if we get this limit here. because we are trading away from this hourly gap or this hourly OB. We have the S&Ts, the highs. We retraced into premium, short-term liquidity rate on the 5-minute, but if price does not retrace up, then I'll probably just call it a day. So I did do a sell limit, but it doesn't look like price wants to retrace up. If I do get tagged into the trade, I am going to put my stop loss at the high.
Order filled.
So stop is going to be at the high, and target is going to be the 10 a.m. lows.
Order submitted.
I'm going to let the trade pan out. Whatever happens, happens. So yeah. So we have London opening, so 11 a.m. opening here. So we have the 10 a.m. lows here on the 5-minute. We retrace into this hourly OB coming from the daily SIBI on our daily time frame. We had the SMTs at the highs with ES, so ES was able to take out the high at 10:30, and NQ wasn't able to take out that high at 10:30. So there is SMTs at the highs. Once we retrace into this hourly OB, we had this short-term liquidity rate. So we had a higher time frame PDA, aligned time frame, short-term liquidity rate, the SMTs at the highs. And after that, we had a change in the state of delivery. So from that hourly OB, so what I did was I scaled down to the 1-minute, found this hourly gap nesting with this breaker. So this was pretty much my entry. Stop is going to be at the high. So I'm just going to let the trade pan out, see if it delivers down to the 10 a.m. lows. We do have that 11 a.m. opening as well. So I'm going to mark this out. All right, so I marked out the 11 a.m. So we're going to see what we do here. So stop is going to be at the swing point high above. So we're retesting the hourly OB right now. Don't really want to be in this trade for too long. We are in the 11 a.m. hourly candle. Gonna mark out the hourly premium discount. All right, so we're retracing here to premium of this range. We have to have this 1 minute imbalance. We respect this imbalance. We're going to closure below the candles. So we're going to see how we react from this area here. Like I said, invalidation level for my stop loss is going to be the swing point high above. So we're going to see if this OB holds, this higher time frame OB, 5-minute change to delivery, S&Ts at the highs, and that short-term liquidity raid. Don't want to be in this trade for a long time. That's the only thing I don't want. Right now, we're just consolidating around this area. I mean, the trade idea behind this trade wasn't that bad either. It's just that we're just like really like, yeah, we're just consolidating pretty heavily around this area. So what I'm paying attention to is this 1 minute SIBI at this premium range, seeing if we're going to respect it, seeing if we're going to disrespect it. But I'm basically playing off the hourly OB on the higher time frame. And the 1 minute entry was this 1 minute gap aligned with this breaker. So we're basically seeing if we want to respect this 1 minute SIBI and seeing if we want to go for the 10 a.m. lows. But I just don't like the way we are consolidating around this range, and it's perfectly okay because it's 11 o'clock, so I'm not really too complicated either over it. But the number one thing I do not like is being in a trade for too long. But on the 5 minute right now, on the 5 minute, uh, we have a new 5 minute candle opening. So yeah, like I said, if I do get stopped out on this trade, the validation point will be the swing high of the short trade. So the validation level will be up here. But in terms of the trade, I mean, it's not bad. Hourly gap, we got the SMT as the highs, short-term rate and liquidity, change in the state of delivery, targeting the 10 a.m. lows. So I like this trade. I like the trade idea behind this. It makes a lot of sense and the way I trade. But if I do get stopped out, then that's fine. So we're retapping this OB at premium. Five more seconds into a 5 minute candle opens. So we have a new 5 minute candle opening.
Connection lost.
The 5-minute candle opened around the OB. So yeah, we're just gonna let the trade pan out. But yeah, I just don't like how it took a long time. Oh wow. Um, I see what's wrong now. So I took the trade on ES instead of NQ. So pretty much I traded ES by mistake. I took the short entry on ES instead of NQ. Oh wow. That's actually kind of funny. I meant to take this short entry on NQ, but I took it on ES instead. All right, so we're about to get stopped out here on this trade,
Stop order canceled.
and we got stopped out. All right. So this was the short entry I took on ES, but I was supposed to take it on NQ, but accidentally placed the order on ES. So it was actually meant to be on NQ, on MNQ. But yeah, I took it on ES by accident. All right, so I took that short entry on ES, but we got validated, so it's fine. It's just a scratch. Let's see what we do here. I'm gonna delete this stuff. So 11 o'clock open, pretty much having this move back up. So if we do want to reprice that 15-minute above, then we're probably just gonna go higher. But I'm not really gonna look at the charts anymore. I mean, let me delete this hourly OB here and this premium discount. We do have this. We have this hourly gap above us. I'm gonna mark this out. I'm gonna set an alert for this hourly city. And then I'll set a second alert for this 15. I'm gonna do a top down again. Refresh my mind. Need to see what's going on here. So we have previous monthly low, we have previous monthly high, weekly time frame, close below with bodies of candles below these two consecutive up close candles. We had our weekly change in the state of delivery, so this is your OB. Let's see if I'm missing anything. So this is the weekly, daily time frame. So daily time frame, we have this daily SIBI. We're looking to see if this candle wants to respect this this PD ray. If not, then we'll probably just end the day with a closure above this daily SIBI. Let's look at the 4-hour time frame. So 4-hour time frame, we practically just retraced to premium. Then we came down rebalancing this 4-hour BISI. This 4-hour BISI also had tap discount. We're seeing this reaction for 10 a.m. on our 4-hour BISI. So our 10 a.m. opened, came down, rebalancing this 4-hour. Let's see if we have anything up here that I'm missing as well. Nope. I'm gonna leave this as the daily. All right, so we have the hourly time frame here now. So yeah, we swept Asia lows, London lows with displacement through. We have this hourly per value gap above. Did ES trade into it? No, ES hasn't traded into that hourly gap yet. Okay. 15-minute time frame. So 15-minute time frame is basically inside this bubble. 10 a.m., 5-minute. Yeah. I don't like how we're just consolidating around this range. So NQ took out this high above. ES didn't take that high. So this exact high right up here. Like that. So these 10 a.m. lows down here are still my target. Still have the 10 a.m. open in play. So we didn't rebalance this hourly SIBI above. But we don't really have anything to work with. Unless we're just going to range around this area. So it's either consolidation or reversal down to these 10 a.m. lows. This is one nasty accumulation. All right, I'm gonna end the live stream. Don't want to sit here and look at price consolidating. So I'm gonna recap the trade I took just now. And I accidentally took it on ES instead of NQ, so that was kind of a dumb issue. But basically, the short I took today was based off our hourly order block. So I'm gonna mark this out. Actually, I'm gonna mark it out with the drawing instead. All right, so we had this hourly OB right here. So this is the hourly OB. I'm gonna mark this out. So HROB. So coming into the day, I was pretty bearish just because we had this daily gap and we retraced into premium. But obviously we had this 4-hour gap down here as well. So if I was going to play shorts, I wanted a lower time frame confirmation. We retraced into this hourly gap, so I'm going to scale down to the 5-minute. On the 5-minute, we had SMTs at the highs. So pretty much these were the SMTs. 1030 wasn't taken by ES, but the 1030 was ES took a 1030, but NQ did it. So we had those SMTs at the highs. So after we had those SMTs at the highs, we had this swing point high right here that ran into the hourly OB. So this was the liquidity that we ran. So we had that short-term liquidity run, the SMTs at the highs. And after that, we had the 5-minute change in state delivery. So this up close candle traded through with this down close with the bodies of candles. So this was your change in the state of delivery. And we have those 10 a.m. lows right below us. So these are the 10 a.m. lows. Go back to the 5-minute. So these 10 a.m. lows were the ones I was looking for on the short trade I took earlier. But you can see how price had this retracement back up, consolidation around this hourly OB. So yeah, it did stop me at this trade. I took a loss on this short, but the scenario and logic behind this short wasn't bad at all. It's pretty much something I would take 1,000 times. But the only issue with my execution for today was the fact that I took it on a wrong asset. So instead of me taking the trade on NQ, I took it on ES by accident, and yeah. But yeah, I got stopped down this trade. Pretty small loss, not a big one. But I'm pretty happy with the trade I took. I mean, I waited, opportunity presented itself, but the ideal time wasn't really good. So I'm not gonna sit here and beat myself up over this trade. It's just 1 out of 1,000. It's just a scratch. But I'm gonna come back tomorrow, stream tomorrow, see what's up. I'll probably see the PM session for today as well, see if anything presents itself. But overall, I like today's direction. I like the targets, but the delivery wasn't really there for today. So I'm gonna catch you guys tomorrow. Be safe, don't do dumb stuff, and take care, guys.